So that was how to compare two samples, but if you want to compare more than two samples, more than two groups, in parametric you need to use one-way ANOVA, of course. That's the best. You can also use t-test with Bonferroni correction. But if you have data does not meet the requirements for ANOVA, of course you need to make a non-parametric test, and in this case it's a Kruskal-Wallis test. Okay. I'm not going to describe how Kruskal-Wallis test works. The idea is very similar. We use ranks instead of the real values. I'll just show you how to make a Kruskal-Wallis test in R. Okay. The basic idea is the same. The null hypothesis is that all groups are equal, median of all groups are equal. And if p-value is relatively small, then it means that at least one group is different. It works in the same way as ANOVA. It doesn't tell you which one is different. It just tells you at least you have one difference. The procedure is following. Imagine that you have three groups, okay? If you have three groups, three separate vectors of values, then you have to combine them using function list first, like it's shown here, and then use a function Kruskal test, okay? But if you have it, for example, as one long vector and then one grouping vector, as we used to do in ANOVA, then you use it like this. So you don't use formulas in this case, you just provide two vectors, one with the real values and one with the grouping factors, okay? That's actually it. Now you know how to compare median value for one sample, how to compare two samples, and how to compare more than two samples. And in all these cases, we compare the median values instead of means. You probably noticed that in none of these cases, I did not tell anything about confidence intervals. And the reason is very simple. What will be the confidence intervals for the ranks? Okay, so you can calculate confidence interval for rank, not for the values, which sort of makes no sense, okay? If you want to calculate confidence interval, for example, for median values, it's possible, and we will discuss it in maybe 10-15 minutes. First, we have to talk about one more method, and then we will discuss how to calculate confidence intervals using non-parametric approach.